Welcome back to the channel, Super Snails. Omen Lol has a question, and I think it's a beginner question because he pretty much says it's for a new player thing. So he says, or he or she requests a guide on what to use white tabs, especially for new players, would be amazing, or gear, what to focus on. It's perfect timing. I read this yesterday, and I told you I was gonna try to like do a video on it today. I go to work, and I'm smashed. But on Reddit, there was a post that somebody was like money check, and I'll actually talk about it here in a second. And this guy's got like way over what I have as far as white tabs. He has like 200K, and some people are giving him shit about it, and it's like you can do whatever you want with your white tabs. That's first things first. You can play this game however you want. You can play it slow, you can play it fast, you can play it cautiously, you can do whatever you want. So let's start with the vending machine, because that's one place where there's a lot of like white tab sections. So you get down to this like part of the skirt, and basically everything here is white tabs except for these two. Eventually you're going to get a batching system, and you can go ahead and make yourself go, where is it, the machine here, and you can go into the vending machine. You click the little check mark here so that you can just do this on a daily basis. And these are the ones that I pick. So I pick always the one white tab situation, so I spend it on that. I always spend 600 on this, and I always spend the controllers, and some people always spend it on glue, which yeah, I should actually be doing that. So because people have told me in the past that like you do eventually run out of glue, even though currently in my account I have over this much, 1400, but that's fine. That's irrelevant. That's not that's not this. This is good when you're short money. This will give you, I think, what is it, 50K times 5, is that right? So that's 250,000. That's 250,000 right there of black tabs if you ever need it. Another place where you can bank black tabs is right here. So you can actually max all this out, and if you ever need black tabs, you can actually remove some of them and just keep like this one going. I know it's not white tabs, but I'm just saying there's a bank there. You know what I mean? So what is good here? Like this to me might be good. This might be good, but I'm not gonna do it. This right here also might be good. I don't do it. I just don't. This, you have to buy it. You have to buy this when the pig requires it. When the pig says, "Hey, I'm hungry and I want to eat it," or there's places in separate domains or something like that that require you to have it. Right now, there is a the bird domain is requiring one of these foods. I don't know. I don't remember which one it is, but it's requiring it. If you need some speed ups on a pinch, this is going to help. This is going to help. But I don't. I ignore them. I personally ignore them because you get enough travel chests in exploration as it is. The reason I don't spend too many white tabs is, for example, if you click your eye here and you go into power bonus and then you click this guy right here, you're going to see that this says 30,000. I was saving 30,000. I had like 27 to 28 before this event started, and all of it went into the event. The event usually asks for like 8,000 white tabs for its biggest ticket purchase, or 6,000 and then 2,000, so which equals to be 8, and then there'll be like a random 2,000 or 4,000 somewhere else for a grand total of like 10K. So every time there's an event, you're going to hemorrhage white tabs, and it's going to feel bad if you don't have it. This is great because you spend 30K here, but you get half back. So you can like match these up. Like if this one's the highest ticket one, like this one's going to be 60. So if you were at this one right here, let's just say this one, and let's go into another space. I believe, let me look here. Is there one here? Bonus, one here. Okay, so this one's clearly going to be like 24, 25K. So you could buy the 30K one and then start coming back to here. But let's just say this one was lesser, and it cost you like 15K, which is what you were getting. That you want to do that one, the bigger one first, and then come here and then smash and grab that one. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. So that should be the white tab section. Where you get your main white tab resources from here. So there'll be some white tab tadpole rate at 78%. This is mainly This is mainly produced by right here by these relics, and they have stamps. So this one's giving me a black tab output. This is my alternate account, so it's not as high. But if you can, if you prioritize something like, let's say for this, you can use your, if you click on this guy right here, your relic forge points, you can find that what do you call it, that relic. And let's just say it's I don't know where the hell was it, this guy right here, right? It's called the golden wheat things. So this one's really good because it's going to give you fungus farm output 18%, tadpole 18%, and time machine 18%. So this one's really good. Probably the only reason I don't have it is because, again, this is a new account for me. This particular account, this in my main account, this is probably going pretty hard, pretty strong, because it's too damn good. This is just too good. This has stamps that give you black tadpole outputs. It gives you relic art, which is whatever, irrelevant, but it gives you generates white tabs at 15%. At max percent, it's 30%. So if you click here, this guy right here, if you click this guy, this will tell you, you know, what it looks like at max. Even at it's awakened form. If you click here, it'll just tell you where you can get them, all different places where you can get them. So that's a useful place. So you don't really have to like, where is this thing? It's right here. It'll tell you. And sometimes if you see nothing here, or if it says event only, or it won't say event only, it'll just say event X, right? Like first anniversary event. That means you can only get it there. It's not going to have it in Lotto 1, Lotto 2, Lotto 3. It's not going to be in the Wish 1 or 2. It's not going to be it's in that one. That's it. So if you see it in the event and you are a whale or you like to spend, that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a place where you're going to be like, yeah, I'll spend my money there because this is going to be rare. I don't know when the next year is going to be an anniversary, or if it's the Christmas one, it's going to be another year. If it's going to be the Halloween one, it's going to be the next year. So you know what I'm saying? This one's really good. Max, put that one in there as soon as you can. Go to your RS. Remember, your RF section is right here in your little party hat or whatever. And then you got Relic Forge. Eventually, you're gonna unlock this if you don't have it now, so don't worry, D-dubs. And then if you got the Gear Forge, which is for your gear, you're also gonna get whatever. It's gonna be available to you. And then when you get the Lotto 2, you're gonna get opportunities to get some of those as well. So everything in due time. So I've covered why I like to hoard white tabs. I don't like to frivolously spend them on things that are just in front of you, because something is going to come up and hit you hard. It's just going to be that way. Eventually, when you get one of these museums to S+, you can do it for S, but I personally don't feel good about doing it with an S rating. I like the S+ because that's the maximum value you're going to get for that museum. That means that this point right here, this value point, is all the way up to whatever, 18, 19, whatever the hell the museum hits. So it needs to be 18,000 points. So if it hits 18,000 points, that's when it needs to at least hit 18. You can go over if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to go over. But because you have if you can get like all of these to S+, obviously that's the goal. So, but this right here gives you medals. And you're wondering why I'm talking about medals, is because if you click down here, there is going to be Lord Helmet. And this guy gives you, in exploration, and enemies in exploration drop 16 white tabs. So there's another place where you can get white tabs. You can get white tabs from the pond, exploration, events, currently events like this guy right here. This is only when you are really lucky. So that's an RNG. It doesn't even have a percentage. It doesn't even want to tell you what the percentage is, but it does give you white tabs. If you want to come over here, you want to click promotion, and you wanted to like promote in case I do this by accident, I want to go to Korea, right? Because it's an S. So if I want to promote my Korea museum and I want to hit it with it, I'm hoarding these. Don't be scared when you see this. Don't let anybody else tell you that when you see something like this, you play your own way. I'm gonna tell you play your own way. So if you click on this and you put it in, I'll put in this one. I'll put in a really, really small one, and I select it. I'm not gonna do that. When I run out of this, right? You could see what it does. Museum medal output and black tab output, right? This is giving you museum and black at 30%. So it just goes from whatever 5, right? 6% to 30. Fine. when you run out, let's just say we run out of these 19, you can actually use Wtabs. You can use Wtabs on a daily basis because they run for 24 hours. The promotion is only for 24 hours. You can then go ahead and spend Wtabs to continue promoting. In my main account, I have only one S plus, and I'm sorry, I could be doing better. I don't care. It's fine. And when you go ahead and you get this going, you can go ahead and put it in your batch system, and it costs you a very small amount of Wtabs. So I would spend it on that. So that's a good place to put Wtabs in, but I recommend only doing it when you hit an S plus. If you hit an S plus, those are my preferences when it comes to using the Wtabs. Now those could change because something of value might show up. For example, like if you go into here, like early on, I think there's going to be this guy. Whenever the game asks you to invest, it's always going to help you out. That's one of the like really nice things about this game is like it'll be like, here, give me 20,000 Wtabs, and you're like, I don't fucking have it. So that's okay. Get it as soon as possible. And then like 6 days later, this guy drops you like, it gives you back the 20 that you invested, and it might give you back like an extra, I don't know, 12,000 or something. I'm making a number up. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But he gives you a lot back. And then when you get that back, you're like, I'm infused. And then all of a sudden, you can almost get close to being able to, you know, pay for this guy off or something. You know, that's freaking bananas. That's really good. Now, granted, you're not going to be at this level when you first start, because there's going to be this guy and this guy and then this guy before you get to all of this. So, but they drop some stuff. They drop this guy drops unlock fungus crafting to do your cauldron stuff right here for your fungus crafting right here. This is your fungus crafting. So you're gonna need that there. So okay, and then you asked about the gear. The gear should be pretty simple. I drop this shit on Reddit whenever anybody ever asks about gear. This is just, it's simple to me. There's either A or B for me. I don't know. There is a third situation, but B lands into that situation, so it's whatever. You're gonna see gear, and the gears have bonuses down here. You have these hard stats. This is all you get, right? So if this gear says this, and that's what you see, very self-explanatory. You get those buffs, you move on. But it's right here that says travel speed. Are you going to use travel speed in the domain? No, you're not, because you're not traveling. So when your rocket is completely formed, this is called the domain, select domain. So you go into this area right here, and you're not exploring. You're just clicking little tiles, so it doesn't explore. So it's very limited to just the realm. This is the realm, like in Game of Thrones, the realm. So this is traveling. This is your idling section. If I sometimes in comment section, I'll be like, idle. Make sure you're always idling. Meaning, not that you're not doing anything, but make sure that you're idling. You're always doing something while you're not doing anything. But this right here, upon traveling through an area, you gain 140 intel. This is why this one for me is really like high value, because it's giving me every time you go into a new area, and a new area looks like this. So if you go into your little thing right here and you click this is a new area, and you click another one and it's another new area, you're getting 140. If you go through 10 places, you get 1,400 intel, and then you can use your intel for this right here. So this right here, this currently right now is asking for a bajillion freaking intel. So you're gonna need something that's constantly increasing that. You're gonna have other relics that do that as well. Other relics that go here, that like, this is a perfect example. This one, max that one out, is the I think it's the Magellan compass or something. This is really good. If you can get this one, enough shards for this one, or this one, it's really good, because they say in exploration and they give you stuff. So that's your A, right? In exploration. So I got exploration, and then I have in exploration. So this is giving me time chests and cell drops. Time chests give you like speed ups of all different kinds. Cell drops give you all kinds of cell drops of all different kinds. But this one kind of sucks because it's at 2x at a percentage. But if it hits, it's giving you 2x, so it's good. So if it drops, 100, you're getting 200. So I don't know. The RNG may be good for you or may be bad for you. I still value its ability to give me time chests. This right here, an exploration damage 18% and 12%. So again, exploration. This is not an exploration. This is for damage. You need damage to explore. You need damage to progress. But unfortunately, there isn't like 12 of these that do an exploration only, or else I would have them all. I would wear them all, And then the other one, the other B section is damage. And when I prioritize damage, I prioritize percent. You see this area says percent? Anything that says percent. This one's awesome. Everybody knows this one. If you don't know, you do now know that this is one of the best weapons in the game. It ignores defense and it scales with your opponent's defense. So the stronger they become and the more defense they have, the more you hit harder to them as you also grow. This guy right here is my secondary if I had to choose. Or if you're in the later sections when you're at T7 and you have the zombie, and then you basically have a secondary pair of nunchucks because the zombie has a species related to itself. Like if you have the dragon, you have this guy. This is your dragon weapon. If you have a zombie, it looks like a little head with a little cane, and that staff also penetrates armor. So it's like you have two chucks. So if you wanted to just hit hard, you would just focus on those. And I say T7 because pre T7 he's not that strong. It's not worth it. So because your dragon form is so much stronger before that even gets to that point. So just maybe a little TMI or too much information for now, but anything that says percent is really good. Defense 12%. You see this right here, all these flat stats fall off really hard, really fast. But let's just say you get a weapon that is like this isn't a weapon you get from any of the characters, NPCs or whatever. You actually can get this from right here, Gearforge. So we go here. Okay, so it's really not that expensive to get at first for 140. The iron tracks eventually evolve into what you will see them to be, that really delicious, strong, amazing thing. This is the zombie one that I was talking about. It ignores 2% defense, and when it gets gold, I think it goes up to also 12 or something like that. It's really good. It's really good. This is a Wtab one. This one gives you Wtabs. You can get it here, or you can get lucky. Let's see where. Okay, so this is the divine chest. Divine chest gives you like the shield. It gives you a helmet. It gives you the hat, the mallet or whatever. That's if you get them randomly lucky, then yeah, like. If you have no other weapons, go ahead, invest in them and do as you wish. But when you eventually get all the weapons, and you will get all of the weapons, it just plays out that way. You're gonna want to get your 12%, your percent weapons going, and then if you are in the arena and you want to hit people like really hard, you are going to be using option B. You're not going to be using option A because it's exploration. This is the arena. It just wants the hard stats. It just wants the percentages. It wants all those things. So you want to go ahead and you want to put in the relics that are only good for those particular situations. So I hope that helped you out. You want your equipment to be in percentage. If they were all in percentage, I think there would be a lot of different changes. This is the black tab one that was the little like hook or whatever. Once this maxes out, unless you get it +1, it doesn't matter. You can actually go back and dismantle it and put it aside for a while and get something else to put it in its place. Because again, once you get to, I believe this is what, 3.2 million, you can't get anymore. It taps out. So you just put it away, and you get the helmet, and then you can put those together, and that number still stays the same until you get it to like +2, I think, and then it goes up like another, I don't know, 400,000 or something like that, like 3.4 million. So then you can maybe go back into it and collect more black tabs, but this one falls up pretty hard in my opinion. Once you get this, I don't really care. The white tab situation, I really don't care. Once you start getting your tadpole, bank rolling, like your generator, your job, your workers here, once it starts building, getting stronger, it's gonna feel good. You're gonna be like, oh, I got a good amount, and never feel like spending the white tabs is going to deplete you. This isn't like one of those gacha games that if you spend all your white tabs or your gems, right, you then feel so bad for like a month that you can only get like maybe 300 or some shit like that because they're so predatorial. They want you to spend money. This game says, here you go, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it wants, if it wants you to spend, money, it'll tell you how it wants you to spend money, and usually it's by paywall relics. For example, like in this, what do you call it? Like this isn't a paywall for relics, but this is a paywall for this tiny ass relic that really is insignificant. Really, the highest value here early on is the RF and these 2 singularity crystals, and maybe the 1 incense. Everything else here is okay. These 14 coins are pretty good, and these tickets are pretty good. If your RNG is amazing, then they're totally worth it. But clearly, $50, it's behind a paywall right here. It wants you to buy this guy right here, and this guy is so fucking good. In exploration, Intel 2.5 at max, it's 30. It's huge, or 15. It's huge. It's so good. It's so good. The crit damage at 15%, and then the black tabs. So it's so good. This guy is so good. But you have to put some money into it, and if you click here, it'll tell you right here, only obtained from the anniversary event. You're not gonna get this anywhere else. So that's that. When they want you to spend money, they'll make you spend money if you want that content. If you are a whale, if you are a person who enjoys to get everything, and that's fine. You play your own way. I'm gonna tell you right now, you play your own way, which segues me into the Reddit post. All right, so this post came up here, technical ad 1935. Shout out to that guy, because he, some people like to not show the person's name. Listen, shout outs to this person. Look at this. This is crazy. He's got 43 million, which I just hit the 40 million mark. So he's got 3 million more power than I do. He's got way more black tabs than I do. He's got way more. He's got almost 300k white tabs. This is okay. I don't care what anybody tells you. This person's like, I cannot think of a single reason why you would need so many white tabs. It's slowing down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it slows down your progression. Because if you're happy seeing 287 right there, then it makes you happy, right? It's a game. You're supposed to enjoy the fucking game. It's okay. I'm not dissing on Sir Silk here. I don't care. He got a few likes, a lot of likes. And that's fine. Whatever. Like, have it however you want, but don't also not spend it on things that you could be spending it on. Like, if you're not buying these power-ups right here, if you're not buying these power-ups just to have an inflamed number of like white tabs or black tabs or whatever, then you're hurting yourself for sure. But it's okay. But it's okay. If you have, like, right now, if you're sitting on 4 million, I know you're not, but let's just say you're sitting on 4 million black tabs, and you have one of these books, or before this, and this is still available. You're like level 1 in the cloning, in the healing tank, or you could put points into your upgrades for this section. Like, yeah, use them. It helps a lot. So it's ultimately your game. You play your way. In my channel, I will not tell you should do a thing if it's going to take away from your joy. I will try to advise, and when I say something like, hey, you should probably be doing this, you should probably be doing this. You doesn't mean you have to. Or if I say, if somebody asks me something simple like, should I buy the coin for 600 white tabs on the vending machine, because it comes out once per day, every day. So every week you get 7 coins. Yeah, that's a do that thing. That's a do that thing. Always do that thing. There's a one white tab box in here that comes up once every day per week, and it'll be per the event. So this one's dropping wish coins because we're on wish coins. The next one's going to drop a lottery ticket, and then the next one's going to be dropping some speed ups or whatever, or maybe some souls, or I don't know, whatever. Yeah, get it. Get it. Yes, yes, yes. Please get it. But ultimately play the game the way you want and enjoy the game as it happens. We are here to help you. Join the Discord if you want. I don't have that many people in the Discord, but in the Discord for the Super Snails, there's a lot of people that'll help you out there. On Reddit, there's a lot of people that'll help you out right there. But sometimes I feel like the snail community is pretty kind as a whole, and I don't want to be in a place where people are like negative and stuff and kind of a pain in the ass. Just because they don't know you, or because you asked the question genuinely and it comes off to them and their ego flares up and they hit you back with like they throw shit at you or something. I don't like that. I don't like that, especially when you have an earnest question like, hey, I don't understand this, and then people are like, how not, so anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't want to dwell on that, but I do believe that you can learn a lot from just asking a question. And with me, I'll try to answer the questions as best as I can. This is a super long video on 2 things: weapons and Wtabs. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps anyone, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna go to work. Peace.